What's happening, y'all? Hope everybody's doing all right. We're going to do something a little different here today. We're gonna look at the TV show from 2014 where Ronnie Russel shoots 300 against me and Sean Rash. Sean Rash actually gave him a run for his money while I was just kind of fiddle skipping around, just there. What's up, Mikey? How you doing? But first, I kind of want to let you guys in. We got a new clinic coming up. End of August, we've got a rev rate and accuracy clinic where you're going to get tools to go with this. So anybody that signs up before August 5th will get a free shirt with it. And then all the students are going to get specialty tools that you can take home with you that you can use while you practice to create a little bit better accuracy and tools that will help you with your rev rate as well. So you're going to want to sign up for this. You're going to want to call that number or text that number to get signed up. We're only taking 20, max of 12 per class, so 24 total for the 2 days. So you're going to want to get signed up for that. But I imagine it'll fill pretty quick. Most everybody's been asking for rev rate type clinics, and so I figured I'd add the accuracy to it. We can do some drills and stuff to show you how to target properly, and we can show you how to create good visualization for targeting so you understand your accuracy. So we'll go through a little bit of class time with it, and then also a lot more on-lane time creating good technique for both rev rate and accuracy. So, but today we are going to go through this video. Let me get this music out of the way so you guys ain't gotta listen to that anymore. Pause that, and we'll get the video up and going for you. Hide that and see what we can come up with. That's not what we wanted. We want this over here somewhere. Where is it? I don't know where it is. Let me find it. There it is. So we're going to run through this.
It's the sport's most prestigious event, the Geico PBA World Series of Bowling. 240 pros from 20 countries are here in Las Vegas.
We're going to talk a little bit about this show that went on back in 2014.
It's professional bowling's ultimate test, and it's next on ESPN.
So this was when the formats were different back at the World Series. It used to be 4 people would make the show. The bottom 3 seeds, 2, 3, and 4, would bowl a game against each other, and the top scorer would move on to bowl the title. Not a huge fan of this, but it was what it was. At that time, we had to do something to get a bunch of shows in.
PBA World Series of Bowling rolls out at South Point Bowling Plaza. Today, the final round of the PBA Chameleon.
And this was fun. This was the first show I ever made. Didn't know what I was doing. Still today, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just guessing.
Archer looking for his first title in 157 PBA.
Yeah, this was DJ's first title.
The 3-player
I had hair, kind of. It was running away from my face, but I had a little bit more hair then. Almost 10
And
years
hello
ago
again,
now.
everyone. Mike Jakubowski with PBA Hall of Famer Randy Peterson. And Randy, Sean Rash has legitimately dominated this event, the World Series of Bowling.
Sean bowled good.
He's made 12
The World
telecasts. He
Series
has no
forever.
titles to
He
show
bowls
for
good
it.
every year
Why?
at the World Series, no matter where it's at.
Well, there's only one explanation for it. Sean Rash has been fighting mental demons on these telecasts here at the World Series of Bowling. Nobody's made more TV finals throughout the history of the World Series of Bowling than Sean Rash. You're talking about a guy who's got 8 titles and 2 majors, a guy that totally dominated the 2011 World Series of Bowling, yet he came away with no wins. He had 6 shows that year. The only explanation I have is that Sean Rash is fighting mental demons each and every telecast.
Yeah, and this was the time when
he's trying to fight
Sean was in the middle of all of his
stepping off of the approach.
constant stepping
He's got to
off,
somehow find a way to block all of the interference out.
always trying
and
to
just get down to
refocus.
business.
Kimberly Pressler, the third member of our broadcast team,
I know
is
all about
standing
that
by
problem.
with the former PBA Player of
Not
the
being able
Year.
to focus.
Sean, we just saw you throw your last practice shot. Now, you have been trying to get a PBA Tour title here at the World Series of Bowling for a while now. You've been knocking on that door. What do you have to do today to make sure you take one home today?
The biggest thing about winning out here is just execution. You can't worry about your competitors. Like you said, just keep knocking on that door. One day it's going to open, and hopefully today that's the day.
Good luck to you. Guys, back to you in the booth.
World Series of Bowling animal patterns.
And no animals were harmed in the creation of these animal patterns. Mike, just let you know that.
Got people signing up for the
Starting
class
with
right
Cheetah
now.
oil pattern, the shortest at 35 feet.
Don't miss out, y'all.
Piper at 39. Today's oil pattern, the chameleon, at 43 feet length. And the longest of the four named animal patterns.
For those of
here at
y'all
the
that I
World
didn't
Series
say
of
hi
Bowling,
to, hi.
Scorpion,
What's
47
happening?
feet length. Chameleon,
I was
43 feet.
Nico. I was not on
Says
staff,
multiple
but
angles.
Storm took good care of me
They're going
back
to
then.
start
I
straight.
did whatever
but
I needed.
As the lanes break down, the players are going to move in, and they're going to get really soft, and they're going to open up the entire lane.
It's a three-player semifinal.
Mr. Knowledge, you're just
High
going to
score
text me. I'm going
advances
to
to the
shoot you a
title
number
match.
here.
And the number 2 seed, Ronnie Russel, decides that he will begin on the left lane. Good stuff.
When you text me, shoot me an email address,
Ronnie Russell at this
and I'll
season's
shoot you an
World
invoice
Series
to
of
pay.
Bowling.
If you pay for the invoice early, you'll get that
Got
free
real
T-shirt.
comfortable on television as well.
Sean using a mastermind back then. And actually, even at this point, that ball was pretty old. But he drilled a new one. They had some fresh ones on the truck. Guys like Smallwood was on the Brunswick staff at that
And now
point.
your first look at J.R.
And
Raymond.
I still have this
out of
jersey. I
Bay
still wear it to
City,
this day, but
Michigan,
it's huge
his
on me.
debut telecast on the PBA Tour.
I was a little bigger back then. I wasn't as big as I got. I was smaller then than I was 2 years ago. I was probably about 230 here. That swing. I hate
Pretty
that
good
swing.
debut shot.
Swing is awful.
Three-time collegiate All-American at Saginaw Valley State. He's got a lot of great amateur credentials. He actually quit bowling for a year. Just said, I'm done. I can't take it anymore. Mentally, he was just fried.
Ronnie Russell's plan is to get mean on the lane. Second frame. Mean stroke. 10 back.
You know, and I think that translates to me, or what that
chair.
means is confidence. You know, he's more at ease. He's more confident being on the lanes and being in this environment.
Crash up, first crack to the left lane. And he is dead solid. Perfect.
Yeah, the way the TV show was set up here was just
all strikes, as you
very
said.
weird.
Sean Rash looking really good.
But they did. They had the ball reps sitting back with us.
You may see the players on today's show consulting from time to time with the tour reps sitting just behind them. They are Chuck Gardner,
This
Chris
shot's pretty
Schlemmer,
awful.
and Brett Spangler. Semifinal
That
of
swing
the
is
PBA
really awful. Ugh.
Million Championship. That's
I can't believe
6'10".
I had
That's
any
close.
success back then with the way my arm swing was.
Bad shot,
How
pulled it
crooked
left,
and
went
weird
through the
and
face,
wicked
only
it
leaving
was.
the 6'10".
Those were the days when I practiced
Take a
every
look
day.
at Ronnie
Like,
Russell's arsenal throwing the
it's kind of like
Forza.
Brandon Novak, how bad his swing is, but yet he practiced and does what he
Pretty
does,
strong
and
ball, no
he knew what he was
surprise,
doing.
and all four players on
I
today's
practiced that
telecast,
swing
high
forever.
rate
I
players.
knew what I was doing, and now I've got it fixed, and I seem to be bowling
The
worse
reason
than
why I
I
say that, Mike,
I had a
is
better swing.
the longer that oil pattern gets, you would seem to think that it would favor the high rep guys.
Yeah, Mr. Knowledge, I do them,
All
but
four
it's more
players
like an
today,
on-demand thing
no
when I have
powerhouse.
time. Go ahead and chop that. That'd be
No,
cool. Thanks. Appreciate it. It's more like a on-demand thing. Shoot me an email, and I can kind of get
JR
you
would
set
like
up.
that frame over.
We used to
Sean
do it through
Rash
the
up in the
BowlerX
third
website,
frame.
but I ran out of time
Throwing the
trying to catch up
strongest
and get them
ball
all
in his
done and
arsenal,
stuff. It was just kind of a
mastermind.
pain, but every once in a while you can catch me at the right time.
One
I
of
can
those
still do it.
elements that may change Rash's outlook in the future is since he became a father, he has a different perspective. Third frame.
This guy's a former player
And that's
of the
true.
year.
Once you have kids, it definitely
You know,
changes
he knows how to
everything.
bowl.
Once I had
And
my
take a
boy,
look at the winningest player in the
everything
history
changed.
of professional bowling, Walter Ray Williams Jr.
plug my phone in.
I mean, there's no
Blowing up
secret.
and down.
Sean can. I mean, you don't win 8 times, you don't win 2 majors without knowing how
Someone's
to
going to
bowl.
fill up fast.
But he's had some issues here at the World Series of Bowling on television. Bad shots, missed spares. JR's arsenal, throwing a hyper cell, strongest ball in his bowling bag.
And a solid 9 for Raymond.
For me, looking back at this show, I think
Randy,
I think what
JR
really happened
said
with my
5
ball
years ago,
reaction
I consider
was
myself a power player, but now I consider
I was
myself a
sporadic
soft
with my
power
speed.
player. What's the difference?
Some of them I was fast and they'd go
He's on
shoot
the
past it, and
lower
then
end
some
of
of
the
them
high
I'd
rep
be
guys.
slower, like that one, and it would actually react properly. I needed to
your
throw
high rep
more
guys,
shots like that one.
DJ Tackett.
But I think when I went through the face
Sean
with a
Rash is a high
3-6
rep
and then
guy.
I 9
Sean
pin,
Rash
all of a
looking to
sudden I
get
started
back on
speeding
board,
up. So you'll watch some of
looking
my
to
next
capture his
shots.
first ever World Series
not
of
even-
bowling title here
You'll
in
watch
Las
one that
Vegas.
5
They win.
pins, I think a 2 pin or something. Come on. No commercial breaks. Let's go. There we
The
go.
Geico World Series of Bowling PBA Chameleon Championship is brought to you by Geico, saving people money on more than just car insurance. By AMF, roll this way. By Barbasol, life is full of close shaves. Make sure your close shave is a Barbasol close shave. And by Motive Bowling, get motivated. Welcome back to South Point Bowling Plaza. 240 players entered the Chameleon Championship. So how did the 4 players competing today make it to our televised finals? Let's look back at the tournament.
This always
highlights
bugs me
as seen on
because they don't
Extra
show
Frame.
where I actually needed a
DJ
double in the
Archer
10th
led
to secure my
qualifying
spot.
wire to
They just
wire
showed that I made
all
it.
the
They
way
didn't
through
show
the
the
first
double.
7-game
They
block
didn't show that I
of the
nutted them in
year
the
and
10th to get there. Dang it.
And right behind Archer. for the
Maybe I'll pull that up and we'll go
qualifying
watch that
Ronnie
when this is
Russell.
over so you guys can see that.
A strong
Actually, you know what?
showing in the
No, I'm
round of
gonna
24
I'm gonna
move
pause
Sean
this and we're
Rash
gonna go look at that. Hold on a second. I'll share it here in a minute. Let me go find it because that's important. That was actually that was a key moment, man. Let me find it here. Chameleon Championship, yeah, right here. Oh, quiet down. I gotta pull it up on YouTube though. Yeah, here we go. All right, let me see if I can share this screen now, and then we'll come back to this one. We're gonna come back to that. We're gonna share this screen right there. Make sure we can see that. Yeah, okay.
J.R. Raymond here. He struck. Don't count J.R. Raymond out. He's at 333. He can go to 348.
Jason Couch has got 3 out of 4 on the right lane, 10th frame. Can still punch for 208.
Which would give him 360 something, would keep him in if he strikes out.
So I'm watching
strikes out, he's
Jason
out.
at this point because I know
No,
he's close.
this is
I'm
the lane
watching
he's
Stu.
been hitting
I'm
well,
crossing with
although
Dom
it's
Barrett.
been coming up high flush.
And Dom
just
was
pushing
right
long
on
enough.
top of me.
Come on, Jason.
That's got to push. It was inside target all the
So
way.
he's out.
That's too bad.
So that puts Stu in the hunt. That's
Yeah,
a big
Yeah, that
Ronnie and
gets
DJ
Stuart
left
Williams
us for
back in.
striking out,
Stu's
striking
got a
like
chance
crazy.
now. J.R. Raymond can make it. Yep.
And J.R. Raymond's still alive. Here's Raymond. A ball change 3 frames ago. Double working 10th frame.
Got it. Woo!
So I went
It's
from
2-0. That's
what was it? A totally defiant. I had a pin up totally defiant, and I went to the pin down one that Schlem drilled me before this round.
236 for DJ. Will give him
I got it just a
403.
few frames ago.
Jay Archer is going to
Be able to
lead
get
this
here.
He's gonna
tournament.
have 400. He's in. That's 1. So now Raymond can go to 348. What can Stu shoot? Stu can go to 357. So if Raymond gets these 2, he needs a double.
This is big.
That was pretty much
That was a
pure.
fairly good shot.
That was
That
just
one
dead
felt
flush
pretty
at
good.
45 feet. That was
That one felt pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. That's how you want to do it. All right, let me get back to that.
Weber made it to the semifinal. He's on a mission.
Let me get that out of there. Get back to the show so we can watch the rest of the garbage that went on.
Ninth to third in a place on today's show, and that left the fourth and final spot.
And there was a lot of players that were in the hunt for that number 4 spot, including Jason Couch. Here's Scott Norton in his bid.
I watched that.
Great
And I'm
shot,
like, ooh,
leaves the swishing 10.
that
He's
was
eliminated. Then it's Jason Couch. Right through the nose. Big 4 minus the 7. He finishes 8th. Dom Barrett.
Dom needed all 3 in the 10th to
Crossing
tie
over
me.
lead in the 9 pin.
In the first shot in the
Finishes
10th, he
6th.
crossed over.
And last but not least, certainly Stuart Williams.
And this was like in the
He
8th
had
frame
his
for
chance as
Stu.
well, goes through the nose.
So he was
And
out
Stuart
kind of early.
Williams gives the foul line a swipe with that foot. That leaves
Yeah, I wasn't on
J.R.
staff with
Raymond
anybody,
that
so
last
Chuck
spot.
was always there.
And
kind of
Raymond
rooting me on.
advances to bowl in his debut.
Tim Mack was behind me pretty much the entire time.
Here at the
And then
PBA
Schlem sat behind me.
Chameleon Championship. A look at the final standings, top qualifiers. 228.7 on top, mid 220s needed to make the top 4. Norton and Williams just missing.
These averages
Those of you
very
that are
similar to
texting
what
me
we
right
saw in
now for the
Viper.
clinic, I will. I'll respond and get emails out to you guys here shortly.
Take a look at Roll Tech tournament stats, Randy. Chameleon multi-spare percentage.
See DJ Arch at the top
Yeah,
of that
Vance,
list.
that kind of eye-opening for me. I'm still learning myself all the time, trying to learn more about layouts and everything
for Sean
myself.
Rash
So
and
I
Ronnie
don't know
Russell
everything
both
by any
remain
means.
perfect.
So I'm still
J.R. Raymond leaving the 3-6-10
working
in the
on what
fifth,
works for
cleaning
me
that
and
up,
what
but
could
still
work for
trailing
everybody else
Rash and
too.
Russell by 52 pins.
I'm getting thumped on. These guys just keep striking.
Great
Ronnie
shot by
just
Ronnie Russell.
he
Looking
crumbles
to
the
add
big
another
4 a couple of
title
2
to
to
his
3 times.
2014 campaign. He did win the PBA Bear Open in Shawnee, Oklahoma this summer.
Here's our Columbia 300 fun fact. Sean Rash, even though he's never won a PBA title here at the World Series of Bowling, was the all-time World Series average leader coming into this year's event. And he's still perfect. 6 apiece for Rash and Russell.
It's always a good sign when you see the 6-pin go to the sidewall and kick the 10 out for a right-hander. It's exactly what happened.
My average
Last
definitely come
delivered by
down
Sean
since
Rash.
this year.
J.R.
At this
Raymond
point,
said
I
to
was
me,
closer
I
to
just
like
want to learn something and
475.
somehow get my feet under me.
Now
Tough to do it
I'm
when
probably
both your
closer to
opponents
425.
have not let you in.
Tough to do when you feel like you're in a tag team wrestling match and there's 2 against 1.
I've done a lot trying to get softer,
are running away
smoother.
with this. JR's just getting thumped on.
See, and that was another one where I just got quick. I probably needed to shape the lane a little bit more, go a little bit
Ronnie
further
Russell's
left.
bowling ball qualified second with a 226 average from 14-game qualifier. This guy's starting to get real comfortable on television.
There.
He tried, but he stakes the 4-9.
Ronnie was even skinnier back then. Ronnie went opposite. Ronnie went from skinny to now he's bigger. And I went from a little bigger to smaller. A lot more muscular, man.
Dreaming about winning on the PBA Tour when he bowled collegiately for Saginaw Valley State, competing with Dan McClellan.
I miss Dan.
Rash needs to keep pace with Russell here in the 7th.
What a historic day that was when he bowled the 23rd televised 300 game en route to his victory this past summer. 10-pin. So both Rash and Russell, or excuse me, just Rash, fails to strike in the 7th frame. Russell now with the lead. He's perfect through 7 frames. Shot there.
Okay, that one was a little left and a little slower. Went through the pins right.
Rash cross lane, labels the 10-pin.
Yeah, Schlem was
Ronnie
pretty much
Russell,
telling me,
a little bit
like,
high in the last shot on
don't
the
worry
left
about
lane.
it. You'll
Moves
be
over to
back.
the right lane.
first show, good experience. And I'm just
To
like,
make
yeah, I
it
know.
to the title match.
And then the next year,
Remember, the winner
2015, I
advances
missed like 4
take
shows
on
by
DJ
30 pins
Archer.
or so, like back to back to back to back. Just kept knocking on the door, but couldn't quite get back in there. Then made a show in 2016.
And
Finished second in the finale.
The 4 to the 10 to last the fall. Russell remains perfect.
How about twins? Last two shots identical. Trips the big four in both shots. Huge breaks for Ronnie Russell.
That looked like it was gassed. A little too fast, perhaps. Washout.
Let me pause this real quick. I need to pop something up for somebody. Some people asking about the clinic, so I want to make sure you guys see this. The dates on the clinic are Friday, August 26th at 6 p.m. It's going to be a 3-hour class, so from 6 to 9, and then Saturday at 1 o'clock, so from 1 to 4, we'll begin there. $99. You're going to get a free t-shirt for those of you who pay the invoice before August 5th. So when you want to sign up for this, make sure you let me know a name, the date that you want, and an email address so I can send you an invoice directly from BowlerX, so you guys can get that paid before August 5th. If it's not paid before August 5th, the only reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to pre-order these shirts. I'm going to get the shirts made so that way you guys can get them for the class and whatnot. And then you're also getting some tools that we have that we use for teaching that you can take home with you to practice and work with as well. So pretty good value here for $100 and get a good class out of it to do the rev rate and accuracy. So just text that phone number. It's that 989-280-0287 with all that information so you guys can get signed up. All right, let's get back to this.
Raymond now just trying to get out of the way.
No, I'm not.
You know what I'd be doing? I'd be taking as much time as possible. I'd be enjoying this moment.
And I love Randy
Okay,
saying
I can't
that
win,
like he thinks this
but
will
I
be the
want as
last
much
time he ever
face time
sees
as
me
I can
again.
get.
Sorry, bud. You're stuck with me.
And a brilliant conversion.
Because at this time, again, I wasn't bowling full time.
Keeps his hopes alive, but
This year I bowled, the World Series and maybe the
all Ronnie
Masters,
Russell
I
has
think.
to do is stay behind the foul line as you take a look at our hammer touch.
And then a few years after that, I bowled maybe half the
converting
seasons.
the washout.
Last year was the most I bowled ever. Man, it was the worst
Raymond
season I've ever had.
The spare. Raymond pacing in the 180s will not factor here in the final.
Yeah, we
Ronnie
get it.
Russell's got the front 80 foundation frame.
Wow. Another one. Looked like he moved in and tried to go as direct as he was. The previous 8 frames, and the ball still hooks up high. Trips the 4-7-10 out again.
That's hard to
Ronnie
watch
Russell's
if I'm
gonna move on
Sean.
now and
It's like, dang, I still
take on
got
DJ Archer.
260 out there.
Sean Rash,
Two big fours there. I got a chance.
265. Ronnie Russell just needs decent count in the 10th frame.
Just fast and just goes right through it.
It's amazing how two players rather can have such a good ball reaction in the third that doesn't throw it that much dissimilar, has no look.
But for J.R. Raymond, we'll celebrate a return to professional bowling. A couple of years ago, he had the worst week of his life. He literally left the bowling.
Was I nervous at all? Of course. If you're not nervous,
I
you ain't
remember him
living.
telling us that story, and
But you kind of settled down
I
after a
can't tell you
frame
how
or
many
two.
times I wanted to do that, but never did.
I settled down right after the first frame, and
Just
I think
a crazy
that was a
story
problem.
about it. He
I
was
think me
just so
striking that
fried.
first frame
He
was
said,
a bad
you know
thing.
what? I'm done. Left his gear, drove home. So that's it. Whoever wants it gets it.
Was planned.
Look at the leaderboard here through 9 frames, 10th frame.
With a strike here, it's all over mathematically for Sean Rash. Ronnie Russell will move on. If Ronnie Russell would
But this
happen
definitely
to
isn't
throw
the type of
a
show you
big
want to
four,
make. You
so
want to
it'd
make
be
the
split
individual
and
shows
can't
where
convert. Sean
you know
Rash
they
still
play
has a chance.
the song you pick and everything after each strike. Like those are the ones you
And
kind of
that one
you always dream of.
intentionally struck.
You don't really
And
want to be
now
on
we
a show
have the
like
front
this.
10, so he's moving on.
I mean, it's still cool
He
either
can
way,
shoot
but
300. Remember, just a couple of weeks ago, Anthony Pepe, 295. His first time ever on television. Ronnie Russell now has a chance.
this one's
To
funny.
become the 24th player in PBA history to bowl a perfect game.
Front 10. He's already advanced to the title match.
Russell will have a shot at perfection.
Even Sean Rash has to go when Lady Luck is on your side here in Vegas. You tip your cap. And 260 plus will not be enough on this day for Rash to advance.
Come on, focus. Focus, make a good shot.
Here's the barbershop close shave of the day, Randy, and it's a good, long, close shave.
This is like the slowest messenger I've ever
It was
seen.
fun to watch. Cool to be a part of.
It just nudges the 10 over, and the 10.
That's for sure.
The 10 pin was like, okay.
It was just a good trip
23
overall.
had bowled a perfect game on
I made
television before. Ronnie Russel can become the 24th.
2 or 3 of the 4 cuts. Three of the 5 cuts that year. And then one TV show. I was 7th in the World Championship going into match play. Didn't bowl great in match play though. This was pretty cool. It was fun.
$10,000 bonus will be presented shortly from the PBA Tour Commissioner, Tom Clark. Perfection and an advancement and a title next. Stay with us.
All right, y'all want to watch the title match or you want me to get off here? It's up to you. Has nothing to do with me. We can just watch it anyway if you guys want to. I don't know that I've ever actually watched it all the way through and watched the title match. So I was always irritated watching that.
And welcome back to South Point Bowling Plaza, everyone. If you're just joining us, well, guess what? You missed perfection.
All right,
Ronnie
we'll watch the
Russel
title match.
steps up
Let's
in
do
the
it.
10th frame on the front 11.
Stick with it.
And
Watch
just delivers
DJ Archer
a
win.
masterful shot. That's 10 in the pit. He becomes the 24th player in PBA history to shoot a perfect
You can
300
go away,
game.
Lynn. That's cool. No problem.
Final
Lynn
score,
says, "Get
Ronnie
off."
Russell 300 advancing to the title match against DJ Archer.
Well, just because of that, I'm going to stay on.
And PBA Tour Commissioner Tom Clark presenting the bonus $10,000 to Ronnie Russell.
Ronnie, you did not waste any time whatsoever throwing that last shot. What was going through your mind?
I was just trying to focus on keep my feet slow. You know, a good buddy, Billy Orkowski, always taught me when I get in pressure situations, keep my feet underneath me and post it. And that's what I did. And, you know, I got a few lucky breaks early and took advantage of it. So now I got to get refocused for the big match.
All right, well, congratulations on your perfect game.
All I got to do is just, keep my feet slow and
Now for the PBA Bowling
crumble a couple of
Challenge,
buckets, and
offering
I'm
a
good to
fan
go.
the chance to compete in a one-ball roll-off with a PBA Pro, with a chance to win that player's custom jersey, bowling ball, and a gift certificate. Fans were chosen through a social networking contest and must match or beat the pro's score to win. Any tie wins for our fan in today's PBA Bowling Challenge. Kimberly Pressler is with our fan.
Thanks, Mike. That's right. I'm lane side with the winner right here, Cameron Collins,
Oh, I
17-year-old
forgot they did
from
these.
Las Vegas. Cameron, do you know who it is that you're going to be bowling against today?
No, I don't.
You do not? Well, why don't you look right behind you? It's this guy right here, Tom Hess. Looks like he's going to come over here and do some damage. What do you think? You're going to take it easy on him or no?
Well, no, I'm going to try to throw the best shot I can. And if he beats me, great.
All right, let you guys go.
Masters champion Tom Hess takes on Las Vegas Cameron Collins. It's a one-ball roll-off. Tie or beat the pro and you win his
Oh,
custom
guru.
jersey and
Nice.
bowling ball. Here is Hess in the PBA Bowling Challenge roll-off.
It's a good thing they're not going to arm wrestle for that here. I think Tom would win that.
And
Oh, wait. All right, 9. Not bad.
Cameron Collins will step up, a chance to win the custom jersey, the bowling ball, and a gift certificate.
Yeah, Arsenal, I would say so. Yeah, he
9 or
definitely was
10.
further left using a
Will
super
gets the
smooth
job
ball.
done.
Slower. And that's what I was saying. I think I probably should have been doing a lot of the same thing. I think does he net this? No.
Hook, hit it.
It's 8.
Oh, man, that's too bad.
gave us his best shot.
When you're going to watch
9-8
DJ, I'm
plus
sure
the
DJ
winner
is going to be even further left
in the
because that's what he
PBA
does, and that's what
bowling
he was good at.
challenge.
Give me your ball anyway,
He was
Tommy.
able to kind of
Boy.
slow hook it.
All right. Yeah.
We will see. Tom has next Sunday on ESPN at 1 Eastern.
Appreciate you joining the
Number 4
membership,
seed in
Ribs.
the PBA Scorpion Championship.
Appreciate
Hess
that.
joins Larson and Scott Newell in the semifinal. The winner there will get Michael Haugen Jr., tournament leader, next Sunday at 1 Eastern on ESPN.
Oh, yeah, and that's the show that Haugen
Our championship match between Ronnie Russell and number 1
proposed to
seed
his
DJ Archer
wife.
is on the way. But first, let's check in with Randy Peterson for this week's Track Tech Talk.
Ronnie Russell will love
Let's talk about the step before the slide, or the pivot step. Why is this so important? Well, it basically sets us up and gets us in a great position so that we can hit the foul line and be on balance. Tommy Jones is great at this. He is great at using his lower body. Notice how he really collapses that step before the slide, creates great leverage and great balance. So there you go. Collapse the step before the slide. You'll be in better position. You'll throw better shots.
A lot of times that fourth step is
Ronnie Russell versus
smaller,
DJ Archer
to allow
for
for
the
a big
Community
slide.
Championship.
or
Uninterrupted.
at least to get the leg lower and knee out in front. Uninterrupted, except for this blackout right here.
$36 to 172 in the title match.
Big shot. Needs it to stay in the match.
Ezekiel, they're splitting.
Is that
George
the
Pappas
Richard Allen?
an opening that he would definitely walk
Or is
through.
that the Southern? I can't tell by the picture. Looks like Dick. If that's Dick, what's happening,
This
Dick?
was the ninth
We
win
appreciate you
of
coming in.
Pappas' Hall of Fame
If it's the
career.
Richard
That's a
Allen
winning
from
shot,
Virginia,
partner.
we still appreciate you.
And Kimberly Pressler.
I think Tommy,
stands by with
his
our
head goes
tournament
down and
leader.
back up
Thanks, guys.
when he actually
DJ,
throws the
you
ball.
just saw Ronnie
He's a
Russell
visualization
throw
guy.
a perfect
Out, down,
game. How
and back out.
intimidating, if at all, is that for you?
No, if anything, I think it's going to help me. You know, sometimes after someone bowls a big
Of
game
course
like
it
that,
is.
they tend to have a letdown.
Good to
But I'm
have
not gonna
ya,
worry about that.
Mr.
I'm gonna
Allen.
throw 12 good shots, and hopefully it's going to be good enough. But if I promise, if he bowls 300 again, he you know, it's going to be a good match.
Good luck to you. Guys, back to you.
If he bowls 300
Archer
again, I'm
looks
tying him
focused.
with 300, he says.
Probably the most focused I've ever seen this young man. I've known DJ for a long time, and this is about as committed and as serious as intense as I've ever seen him.
And the tournament leader, DJ Archer, has indicated that Ronnie Russell begins on the left lane. Title match at the PBA Chameleon Championship.
Yeah, I've never actually watched this, so
Russell coming off the perfect game.
it'll be news to me.
And his opening pitch here in the title match.
No perfect
Got the big
game
four out
number.
that time.
Out of that shot.
Ronnie Russell has really come into his own.
What's up, Steve?
Even though he's got
How you
the
doing?
big high rep rate, big power ball kind of guy, he's learned how to go straighter. You know, he's learned how to still rev on it.
This ball
Catch
came
it
out
for
this
all it's
week.
worth.
This was that Nano, that what was
all of a
it?
sudden keep his target more in front of him.
The IQ
See
Tour
if
Nano.
DJ Archer can kind of take a page out of
This thing was
a
strong.
pretty good book thus
The
far.
drilled one was too strong. That Nano.
A little different line of attack and a strike apiece.
Now that's DJ's A game right there. He likes to get in and get really slow and just rip on it.
That
The
he
question
does.
is, has this oil pattern broken down enough to allow for our tournament leader who did this throughout the qualifying of this event?
Yeah, he used an uproar
Is the oil pattern
a
conducive
lot
to
of
this
times
type
during qualifying.
shape, this type of motion? We're going to find
Got a
out.
strong
DJ
core.
Archer said,
The
I
cover
plan on
got
being
reading in the middle of
inside
the line really
further
nice.
away from everyone.
This
If
cover's
I
much
have
stronger
hold,
than
it's
that
gonna be
uproar.
tough to beat.
But I really felt like this pair because we were bowling in the bowling center. This was the stadium. We were one of the first people ever to bowl in the stadium
It went.
because they just finished it up
Flush, double for Archer.
at the
It's
South
a good
Point
start.
Plaza.
It's a good start, and it's the kind of start that you're looking for when you've been
They were
waiting in the
tight.
wings.
They were much tighter
to bowl
here than
one
they
game
were
for the
in
title.
bowling center.
Turns around and gives Hall of Famer Del Ballard Jr. a little high five, or maybe a low five, but he said push a little, and it did. It held pocket.
Just a pinch high, 4-pin.
We saw 3 shots fairly similar to that in the last game where he bowled 300.
Yeah,
They
I'll be
all
doing the
struck.
swag reviews when they come out.
This time it's a 4-pin for Ronnie Russell. And by the way, it's the first time he's missed in 13 frames.
Well, I think all three of those guys
13
can
in a row. So it's the first time
get
he's
it
missed
down
in
when they want to
14
get it
frames.
down.
You can see that oil ring on that plastic spare ball there. You notice how there's only
Right.
one ring? Where if you look at the strike balls, the strike bowling
I
balls,
think Mika
that the
just more
players use,
naturally
they have what's
lofts it.
called track flare. You'll see multiple rings. Well, plastic balls, there's no track flare. Hence, the single ring.
DJ just kind of flicks it out there. Richie kind of,
What does this track flare mean? on
Richard,
that?
Well, look
Dick,
how
whichever you wanna
wide it
call
is,
him,
and look at the
kinda
multiple rings
does
right
the
there in
same
front of
thing.
you. That's track flare.
High again, 4-pin again.
See, and
the
Ronnie started
difference
struggling after he left
primarily
Motive.
is
He left
the way
Motive
that the
a
wave
year or
block
two
is
after this.
designed in the two different bowling balls.
He said he just
A very
felt like he had
unstable
to
wave block
screw it into the
in
lane to get it to
his
read, which you can see
strike
that's what he's
ball
doing. He's
versus
really
a
pushing
very
into the
stable
front part
wave
of the
block
lane
in the spare ball.
to get it to hook in the front. But then when he went
See
to,
that
I
ring,
think he
that
went to
singular
Storm
ring
next,
there?
all of a sudden,
Pretty cool.
or no, was it? No, he went to EBI, I think. And he
I think it's
just
like 2 and 1.
couldn't get a bowling ball to slow down. And then he went to Storm, and then he really couldn't get a ball to slow down. And then he went back to EBI.
Here's DJ Archer's Arsenal, the IQ Tour Nano. Sorry about that, Mike. Let's see if DJ can keep it going here.
That one skates wide. Super
Just
wash.
fast.
Yeah, he got a little fast and lost it at the bottom of the swing. And on 43 feet of oil, there's just not enough friction for that ball to get back. It's a bad shot.
Yeah, this is when the patterns were longer. They lengthened them. This was
is
43
not a
feet, and then I
split
think
because the head pin
Scorpion
is
ended
still
up being
standing. It's
47
considered a
feet,
washout, but 1, 2,
and there was
4,
actually
6,
volume.
10.
Now, a lot of those longer patterns that we bowl on, they all have lower volume, so it makes them weird.
Multi-pin spares. DJ Archer led. He does not pick that one up. Open frame.
Yeah, that's fair. That was a very good one. Just came out there.
Let's take a look at these two styles and compare the two. Ronnie Russell on the right, DJ Archer on the left.
A little lower swing.
First thing you're going to notice is how quickly DJ gets the ball in the swing, but this is really what stands out to me. You look at the shape of the backswings. And then obviously a little bit more upper body lean here. Ronnie Russell, that athletic move there. You can see he's got that leg and that foot up in the air.
Strike for Archer after the open frame recovering.
So,
The centerpiece event of this Geico PBA World Series of Bowling is, of course, the first major of the new season, the PBA World Championship, featuring top seed,
That was just in
former
this
Player
event,
of the Year Wes Gallant.
Arsenal,
That's
that they
live,
talked about.
right back here at South Point Bowling Plaza, Sunday, January 11th. Ronnie Russell up in the fourth frame, strike, and pair of spares. The price this time,
Yikes.
4 and the 9 split.
Strike,
That was with speed, too.
4-pin, 490. As he looks back at his
So you see these guys talking about speed.
tour rep,
Speed was super
Brett
important,
Spangler,
and it always
and he
becomes
says,
more
you know what,
important
that was with
with
speed
more
too, and
volume
it
on
still
the
went
line.
high. So
You got to
what
get it to
is
read in the right
adjustment
spot.
that Ronnie Russell makes now?
And I'm curious, I wonder if a lot of these patterns that are being made today are being made with less volume to stop people from using more
Russell
surface.
trying to
But
slide
like
the 4 into the 9.
this weekend, we bowled on
Edges it too heavy,
48-foot
so
shark,
open frame.
and people still used a bunch of surface
Kimberly Pressler
because
is
they
with
saw
Sean
48
Rash.
feet, but they didn't pay
Thanks, Mike.
attention to the fact that it
Sean,
was
you
only
just
22
finished your
mil.
game with a 265.
So it's just
Any other day,
such
that
low
would probably
volume.
win
There's
you
a lot of
game.
hook in the front.
Do you think they can continue the high
And they
scoring
get beat up
on
even
this pattern?
faster.
Well, the pattern's starting to go through some transition. The scores are there to be made.
This is why,
Uh,
Nico,
Both
because
of
of
them have to make
transition, the
a
lanes
slight
change.
ball change.
They
Or
change fast.
Speed is very critical for both DJ and Ronnie. But I've been in position like Ronnie has, shooting the last 300 and now having one shot at me. He's just going to make one shot at a time and go through the process and worry about the outcome later.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
It's easy to put up a big number and then a low number. ball starts changing, or the lanes start changing. See, so he's 4-pinned a couple of times. He's 4-9. The problem with these patterns is, again, the higher volume forces you to go a little bit left, but if you get too fast, you can 210, 210 real fast.
Straight up second arrow.
And these guys,
now,
I mean, it was too easy to do. So you're trying to avoid that.
Arrow, throwing it out to about the second arrow, real soft speed, and you could see how the oil in this area is lightened
Believe
up.
it or not, these patterns were tough. These were very difficult
for
patterns.
Russell. Randy, it seems they're between a rock and a hard place. Russell was talking about Spengler with making a 2-1 or a 3-1 move, and now that doesn't seem to work. Why is that?
It's not the right move. I think he needs to try to give the pocket away a little bit. I think his angles are too straight. You make a 2-1 or a 3-2 move left, and the ball still goes 4-pin. You now have to start changing angles, because guess what? Once you get into 17 and your angles are still real straight, you're going to be past the pocket.
Archer trying to double, rings the 10-pin.
Now, that was a really good shot after the bat on that lane. DJ's in good shape right now. Ronnie Russel has gone 4-pin, 4-pin, 4-9, 4-pin. DJ has proven he can hit the pocket if he throws it good. He likes this. And it's not a good break for him as the 6 wraps around the bottom of that 10-pin. Oh, no.
He picks up the spare. Archer.
That was close.
The hair on his
but it
chin,
works.
chin.
5-pin lead for Archer. The newly named PBA Network is your one-stop shop for all the ways the PBA communicates with its fans. The PBA Network includes telecasts on ESPN, live event streaming on Extra Frame, PBA social media outlets like Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook, mobile gaming app, and much, much more. Find out more at PBA.com. DJ Archer up in the 6th.
This is a good point here, actually.
Match, he leads by 5.
You know, it's one of the things you see a lot on, like when we used to bowl on Badger, that 50-foot pattern. You see guys use all this surface, and it just never made sense to me.
Speed was a little bit softer
Because you're then making the ball hook early and have nothing down lane to go through the pins. The guys you really saw have success were the guys that could play a tighter angle with a cleaner surface ball that still popped down lane a little bit. At least use that little bit of friction that's down lane to create angle and would go through the pins. A prime example is when Jake Peters won the Badger.
Just what we
He
were
was using
talking
that
about
shiny
earlier,
red
Mike. You can
motor
see the
ball.
angle has changed. He's now
He wasn't
getting the
using
ball a little bit
surface. He
more
was
room to the
using
right.
a shiny ball, and it went through the pins, and you ended up winning.
This guy knows how to hook it. He can hook it from gutter to gutter. He went real straight in the 300 game, tried to do that at the start of this game, did not work, and now he's moved in a little bit more, and he's opening up the lane. I guarantee you this is what he did in qualifying in the latter part of qualifying. You get down to games 5, 6, 7. Ronnie Russell's in the 5th, 6th arrow, opening up this oil pattern. It's kind of what he's trying to do now.
Most recent title in the 2014 Summer Swing. And he packs the pocket and takes the lead.
That's pretty good.
Well, there's your adjustment. Guy's got a loose swing right now. He's got 10 grand in his pocket. I'm not sure I would have given him the check already, though. We are in Vegas. Moves in a little bit more, gives it a little bit more angle, and that's all he needed to do.
I'll match your earlier comments about Archer's intensity, Randy. He just knows, he feels like he belongs, but he just hasn't punched it yet. Chance to take the lead back, 7th frame. Punch that one.
Bang, bang.
Storms back. He leads by 5.
Another nice shot by DJ. Really rolls
Someone
that
get
wrist
copyright on
underneath
that.
that bowling ball. And that's what creates that power, revolutions, and hook on this long 43-foot chameleon oil pattern. 2 career PBA regional titles. He's made the telecast before. He's just, as you said, hasn't punched his ticket. Hook a lot. Hook.
Loaded it. Hook. Splits the 8 and 9. Plus 15 for Archer. And a turkey. double working for Russell. 8th frame, latter stages of the PBA Chameleon Championship.
Another great title match that's going to come down to the 10th frame.
Those are pretty
No matter
clutch
what,
shots right there
Russell
from Archer.
cannot shut out DJ Archer.
That move Russell made has paid dividends.
That was wide right. It got back.
That's because we
I'm
were
really surprised that Ronnie
Sean
stayed
and I were playing so
with
straight.
his angles
Broke him down.
being so straight through the front for as long as he did. Strike 4-pin, 4-9. I think the 4-9 was the indicator. Maybe even the second 4-pin in the 3rd frame. Ronnie makes this move in the 3rd or 4th frame. We've got a whole different game.
Foundation frame, Russell on a turkey.
That's pretty clutch, man. Setting that up.
And the
Getting
lead
the time.
seesaws back to Russell's favor by 5. Just a beautiful shot by Ronnie Russell to keep the pressure on DJ Archer. But again, no matter what, DJ Archer is in control of his own destiny. He's going to finish this match first. If DJ throws a strike in the 9th, a strike in the 10th, a
Oh, I
strike in the
remember this
11th,
now. This is pretty sick.
he'll need 6 pins on his fill shot,
Archer rerounds.
and he will win.
And a little extra time. 9th frame.
What a pitch! And he takes the lead back, going into the 10th.
None of them bigger than this one, though.
Strike here, he'll have 181 in the 8th. Another one in the 11th. He'll have 211 in the 9th. He'll only need 6 pins. You can see he gets a little bit more air underneath it when he's really.
I was supposed to go
coming in,
practice
rolling
just
it
now.
underneath
I'm
that
on here
ball.
instead
Gets
because
it
my
to
truck's
return.
actually got a flat tire. I'm waiting for
He needs 2 more just like that.
for repair,
DJ Archer's gonna
so I
win
can't practice right
very
now.
first
Maybe
time on
later.
this tour.
We'll see. Oof.
Beautiful shot by Archer, trying to take his name off the most active list without.
I'll tell you
a
what,
title.
though, man, that's what you
It's
want.
in his own
You want to be in position where
Smart
you
play
can just
here. He's
throw a
gonna take
double
a
and attempt to
re-rack.
win.
Wiping the sweat off
Don't
of
even
his
have to worry
forehead,
about it.
taking his time.
Because the worst
Doesn't
thing you
wanna
can
rush
do
this
right
one.
now
Biggest
is
shot
not
of his
strike
career
here
right here.
and then give your
Biggest
opponent the
shot,
opportunity to throw a double.
DJ Archer's career.
Because then if they could, it's possible they could get lucky. Maybe they go Brooklyn, they trip a 4, they
Archer
you know,
told me
whatever
I'm
it may
starting
be.
to learn. I'm getting older.
You don't want to put it in
wiser,
their hands.
smarter.
You want it in your own, to where you can just end it.
Add all of that up
Just
and
throw the
throw
shot
this
and
ball
end it.
and add his name to the list of
And it feels
PBA
great
Tour
when you throw that
champions.
double.
Striking 6.
Finish it off. You got nothing to worry about. You know you just did it on your own. You didn't need somebody to throw a bad shot to win. You threw good shots to win.
How does it look? You're a PBA Tour champion if you knock down 6, DJ.
Pretty sick right there. That's clutch.
Still
Your
needs
first title.
6. Throwing
That's
it
how you
that
want to win your
slow,
first title. That's for sure.
with that much angle going through the pins. If he makes a mistake, remember in the 3rd
Ronnie
frame,
thought he had it
got
in his hands
5.
too. He's like, "Dang, I just
If he
let this one
goes through the
slip."
nose, throwing it that soft,
But
it
that
could
goes
be
to
a
show you, man.
disaster.
You miss some
He
moves
still
early,
needs to
you
execute
fall
and make a
behind,
good
or
shot.
you know, because what if Ronnie makes that move quicker? He opens that angle up and makes the move a little bit earlier
He's
than
thinking of his mother
after
right
the
now.
4-9 and the 4
Lost her
pins.
recently. This shot's for her.
Because honestly, he probably should have made that move immediately after that first 4 pin. But going through his head, he probably thought, I might have just got that one in a pinch.
And
That's the
he's done
problem.
it.
You
DJ
second guess
Archer's
yourself a little
PBA
bit.
Tour champion.
Don't make a move fast enough, you end up losing. That's how it goes. That's pretty sick, though. That's clutch finish. Next time we'll do a live and we'll go through the
Randy,
TV show with where I
incredibly
finished second to
good
Simonelli.
shots.
No, they weren't
I
good.
looked like
they
a
were great.
fool.
You know, the
through that TV
circumstances
show
are the
because I beat
circumstances. DJ
Prather
Archer bowling with a
by
heavy
going
heart
Brooklyn the first
after
one in the
losing his
10th.
mother. He's never been in the
And then
winner's
I make a
circle
late
before,
ball
having to
change
do what he
against
just did. He
Simonelli,
threw 3 great shots.
and I have the chance to throw them all in the 10th, and I don't do it. But that's exactly what I'm talking about. Have the chance to win, but can't pull it off.
DJ Archer is a PBA Tour champion at the Canadian Championship.
Pretty cool, though.
Return, we'll get a chance to talk with them when we return to South Point Bowling Plaza in Las
All right,
Vegas.
that's pretty cool. Pretty fun to watch that. I enjoy stuff like that, and I like talking through these things. So last thing, let's just go back, and I'm going to show you this again. For those of you that haven't signed up or want to sign up, make sure to text that phone number on there. Sign up for my Rev Rate and Accuracy Clinic coming up end of August. So you got a chance on Friday and on Saturday. Either one you choose. You can do both if you really wanted to. If you want double the work, you can do double the work. Go ahead, do both. If you just want to do one, I know for sure right now it looks like I have. I got like 5 or 6 different texts from people during this show alone. So they're going to fill up pretty fast. So make sure to give me a text. Let me know, and I'll send you an invoice. Those of you that sign up and pay by August 5th, you'll get a free t-shirt out of this. And everybody's going to get some tools to take home with them that we use for creating rev rate and accuracy and stuff. So make sure to get signed up for that. But that's all I got for you. I'm going to get out of here. And until next time, we'll see you guys for the next show or something. So take care, guys. We'll see you later.